Oh, so I was just listening to, I think it was, oh yeah. I was just listening to Schoenberg, but you can't listen to that now because we're going to get in trouble on YouTube, so we can't listen to that. But it is really good for Lark Nacht. Okay, so, since I'm applying for jobs right now, actually, I don't really even know what kind of job I want to get. I thought I would go over some of the best jobs I've had in my life and start with some of those first ones. Like the plant store where I met a tree frog that lived at the bottom of the plant. Or a pizza place called My Pie where my boss was also a drug dealer. So those are fun when you're in high school, right? Or in college where I worked at a macrobiotic restaurant and I got to wash the dishes, hostess, cook, and talk to the patrons about detoxing. And I had the coolest boss who helped me detox myself. Dog walking for this one artist where she paid me in a little Ziploc bag. It was just filled with drawings and collages and pressed leaves and flowers. Working for a small health food store before Whole Foods took over all of those small health food stores. Where in the basement you could have like you could have a low blood sugar snack anytime you wanted. So they had like whole grain homemade bread and almond butter, so for those low blood sugar times. Also when I worked there and I was detoxing off of like drugs and choosing to have that natural lifestyle. I was detoxing really hard, and so I had really bad gas and like pimples all over the top of my head, and they like let me carry around a little like spritzer bottle so that I could freshen the air, so to speak. Vintage clothing store in New York where I could borrow the clothing for video shoots and also perform in the front windows. Working as an art assistant in New York, working for a very seminal 1970s artist in New York City, Douglas Davis, who started the world's first largest internet sentence. Working also as a stock photographer's assistant, where I was able to model style shoots and be like a couples counselor too. Discovered that I also really wanted to be a food stylist for a second there. Really enjoyed cooking. Was able to teach David Byrne's kids in New York City. Also summer camp counselor for autistic and Down syndrome children. It was great because I got to sing. The girl I was working with, she just loved to sing. To sing and move constantly, and that was the way she navigated. So to interact with her, I got to sing and dance constantly. A nanny for a super cool mom who ran Bus Magazine. Got to hang out with rock stars and photographers that were rock stars. Also working for the designer of stores as his assistant in New York City. Got to work with amazing materials, had a studio in the basement. Spent thousands of dollars on materials because it was ABC Carpet and Home. Met Julian Casablancas and designed window treatments for him. That was like a highlight. Oh my God. Reason to get dressed up and wear fake eyelashes to work every day. Working at a selling ad sales space for Bus Magazine. I'd also been able to be a part of these vision board meetings at Razorfish Studios. Working as a makeup artist for myself and others. I think I did makeup for a party at for Gogo Bordello. That was awesome. Just responding to everyone's face. Baking desserts for a restaurant I worked for downstairs, where I also bartended and cocktail waitress. Yeah, why didn't I cook? I wanted to open a restaurant at one point. Getting put my drawings in Bus magazine. Creating drawings just for articles. A hostess at a haunted house where I had 3-hour special effects makeup. Being a bus fashionista. Teaching art in public school systems for nonprofits in New York City, in the Bronx, in Brooklyn, in Staten Island, in Queens, and here in Chicago. Running art groups in a nursing home where I was able to DJ in the nursing home and teach meditation techniques. Oh, cleaning my friends' houses, helping organize and declutter, ironing their shirts and organizing their shoes, playing with their cats and writing songs in my head, cooking fancy meals for friends, and getting a lot of experience doing that, styling a few friends' music videos, paid to have my feet massaged, a nanny for some of the coolest kids ever. All kids are cool. Yeah, teaching video art on the South Side, using selfies in a therapeutic way with these girls, giving them video cameras, performing, dancing for bands on stage, like the Liars and the Yeah Yeahs before they hit it big, being an emotional stylist for friends, being a fashion stylist, freelance, and working out of resale shops like Beacon's Closet, Crossroads, and Unique. Really, I should be a stylist for Unique thrift stores and have a blog where I just feature unique fashions and make totally couture outfits for under $5. That's a really good idea. Painting handbags and shoes and selling them in the East Village at the market. Paid to listen, paid to stand still, paid to open champagne on cue when I worked for Glorious Food and many different top caterers in New York, or worked at the Met and the Guggenheim on a regular basis. Paid to look cute, paid to look weird, paid to watch other people's kids, paid to teach, paid not to teach, paid to make art, and paid to make art, not paid to make art. Paid for work and not made to pay, not paid for work. Work where I've bartered or exchanged, so sort of practicing Marxism. Enjoying cleaning people's houses because I found that manual labor was a great place to get ideas. Paid to hand out magazines, flyers, dress as different characters. Paid to be an extra in a movie where I think my scenes were just cut out, but paid to just look cool and stand around and look cool, but not question anything. Also paid to just be dressed up at a party. Paid to do some not so great things too, but paid. And then, of course, selling things out of my house before Etsy, before eBay, selling my artwork on the streets, and also drawing for money. Precarious labor for the win.